let it fill up a little bit before I get going. Sorry about the background noise and ahead of time, guys. Wait for this to fill up a little bit. Hopefully, some people come in. Wait for at least a minute. Just kind of waiting for some more people to come in. Sorry about the background noise ahead of time. Um, People are starting to come in. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So it we're not playing terribly. We're only down by a field goal at half. Um, but obviously we could definitely be playing better. Yeah, we do have to switch it up in the second half. You're absolutely right, particularly on offense. We really got to get something going. I think the second we get the ball back, I think just try to get an easy pass for Tua. Doesn't matter really what it is. Just get an easy completion to kind of get him in a rhythm. I think that would be a good way to start off. But on defense, I want to bring more pressure, man. I don't think we're blitzing enough for me. Sorry about the background noise, but I just don't think we're blitzing enough on defense. Nick Needham's made some really big plays. Xavier Howard, the interception was great. He's been playing really well most of this game. Byron made that fantastic tackle. Good job actually holding him to a field goal at the end of the half there with the way they were driving. Actually, twice I thought they were going to end up in the end zone, and we ended up holding him to a field goal. So good job by the defense overall, just, bending but not breaking. But I definitely think we need to bring more pressure. But offensively is where obviously the issues are really coming up. Running the football isn't really anything consistent, but that's been a theme this year. I just hope that we can get something in the passing game going. Like I said, I think just getting an easy completion from Tua, maybe to Devontae Parker. It doesn't really matter who it's to. Maybe even to one of the running backs. Just get him an easy completion and just kind of get him in the rhythm. Because right now our offense is really struggling to get anything consistent. The only touchdown we've had is when the defense pretty much handed Tua a touchdown. So, I mean, Denver's defense is playing pretty well. Like, the coverage is there, man. We just gotta mix things up a little bit more. I'd like to see us do some reverses to kind of bring their aggression levels down a little bit. Maybe do some reverses with Malcolm Perry. Maybe do some things like that. Just kind of try to use their aggression against them, but their coverage is really good so far. We just have to play through it, man. It's a much tougher fight than I was expecting, but at the same time, Denver's desperate right now. They're trying to save their season right now, so it makes sense. They're fighting hard. I didn't think Drew Lock was even going to play in this game, but he's definitely showing some toughness. He doesn't look hurt right now. I'm going to tell you that. He's had some missed throws, but he's played fairly well. Tua has made some pretty rough decisions, I will say. Two passes that one should have been picked, but it was a penalty. And then there was another one that should have been picked as well. So I'd like to clean that up a little bit, but overall he's done okay. But there just hasn't been much open. He's done really well protecting the football for the most part, not making any bad decisions since those decisions. He's really cleaned it up, but yeah, man, I just think we need to find a simple play to get us in a rhythm and to just try to get us going when we come out the second half. Yeah, I thought our defense was going to do a lot better today as well. But I've noticed that we're not getting that creative with the blitz schemes. When we're doing that, whole thing when we're loading the box, we usually have people dropping back into coverage. We're running stunts, stuff like that. We're not really doing that as much. I'd like to see us pick that up a little bit in the second half. Now, I could be bugging. The film this week will kind of tell me that for sure. But just kind of looking live, that's what it kind of looked like, that our blitz schemes haven't been as creative this week. They've been more relatively straightforward. But overall, we just really need to pressure Drew Lock, because the bad throws that have come from Drew Lock have come from when we've pressured him. I think we will do that more in the second half as well. Now, I understand that we are injured right now. Christian Wilkins isn't playing because of COVID. Kyle Van Noy is playing, but he's playing with a hip injury. We're just really playing banged up right now, but at the same time, we still got guys. We can still play. Like we have to find a way to get pass rush. However, we have to go about doing that. I wouldn't even mind blitzing a safety here or there. Maybe Brandon Jones. I don't know. We just got to get pass rush, man. That's all there is to it. Overall, I think our defensive backs have actually done okay. It's not that they've really been consistent. The Denver Broncos haven't been consistent on offense. It's been more chunk plays that have really hurt us. But Nick has had 2 pretty good games in a row so far. I got the game to my left. That's why I was checking. Looks like it's going to be coming back on here shortly. Unfortunately, Denver gets the ball back. Hopefully, our defense can shut them down. Again, we really need to get pass rush. But I think if we do that, I think we'll be okay. Just try to start off simple. I mean, Terrence, it'll really suck if we lose them, for sure. But at the same time, like I said, Denver right now, they have pieces on that team. And right now, they are fighting to try to save their season. Yeah, Locke is making some good throws. He's getting outside the pocket. And like I've been saying all year, mobile quarterbacks are a problem for us. That 3rd and 13 where we pretty much had them stopped dead in their tracks. And then he was able to scramble out for 13 yards. You're right. Drew Lock's not that great. He is athletically gifted for sure, but his accuracy and decision-making isn't that consistent. But we're just not pressuring him. The times that we have brought pressure to Drew Lock, he's looked like who we know him to be. But if he has all day back there to make decisions, it doesn't matter what quarterback. Every NFL quarterback in the league, if you give them enough time, they're going to pick you apart. I mean, that just is what it is. He's, like I said, he's got the arm. He's got the mobility. He can hurt you if you don't pressure him. Every quarterback can. Yeah, Tua does need to step up a little bit, but at the same time, the receivers aren't really creating much separation. A lot of the throws he has made, the completions we have had, receivers have had to make really tough contested catches because they're just not creating separation. It just is what it is. They're playing really good coverage. Tua's done a good job of protecting the football. Like I said, he did have those 2 plays where it should have been picked off, but he's not that good with decisions, but he's got all the tools. So, yeah, for sure. I agree. I don't think Drew Lock is that special. Like I said, he's got all the athletic tools, and I think that Denver does have some weapons. Noah Fant is amazing. Jerry Jeudy is amazing. Melvin Gordon is great. Philip Lindsay, I couldn't think of his name for a second. He's a really talented player, and their offensive line is playing better than I was expecting them to. But again, I think we could get a little bit more creative with the pass rush, like we have shown ourselves capable of doing in the past so far this year. I think if we continue to go back to what we're good at, I think we'll be fine. Bro, we finally found a team that can make Super Bowl, but we need to take this here. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. You have to be careful with Hamler. Yeah. Also, I don't want Nick Needham on Hamler too much anymore because Nick Needham, he just isn't that fast. Like, he's decent in coverage, but you really don't want him on a fast receiver, and Hamler is going to murder him. If you have to do one-on-one, I'd rather that be Xavier Howard than, I guess, put Byron on Jerry Jeudy, I guess. Because I really want Xavier Howard on Jerry Jeudy, though. That's the thing. But I think if we get pressure, I think it doesn't matter as much because that big play that he almost got a touchdown on us, right? That got thrown off because he had pressure on his face and he ended up overthrowing the ball. I think if we get pressure, a lot of these problems go away. Now, one thing I will say, we have done fairly decent stopping the run. They've had some big plays, but overall they haven't been very consistent. Sorry, the game's going back on. I got to go. They're kicking off right now. I'll see you guys this week. The film will be out at some point whenever the All-22s come out. So, yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.